Heart Sapphire Series, Heart Ruby Series 2020, grand final day. We're here coming to you live from Nissan Arena. Cougars versus Tigers in what should be an absolute crackerjack match. It's first versus fourth. My name's Dave Mills, and we're really happy to be bringing you all the action coming to you from Nissan Arena, where it's a balmy 29 degrees outside. Joining me in commentary today, none other than Assistant Firebirds coach Katie Walker. You're a Tiger through and through. Are you excited about this one, the Ruby, the up-and-comers of the...
I am absolutely thrilled, not just because Tigers are in this grand final, but just for the grand final itself. 2020 has been one hell of a year for everyone, and I think this is a great way to finish off with two cracking grand finals.
Can you believe we're at the end of November and we're still playing netball, which is normally finished around August, September, and here we are on grand final day in this amazing venue.
I think it's the greatest thing ever that it's been drawn out. We still have some great netball to watch in November, and the fans are obviously loving it too. If
you look on your screens, you'll see the Cougars coming out first. This is the hype that is grand final day. We've got the indoor fireworks, we've got it all. We'll have the team list for you shortly, but we're just seeing the teams running out. It's a big moment for these young players. Great opportunities, just like the Suncorp Super Netball.
Oh, what a great taste for these young girls. A lot of them are very young and can't beat being in grand finals, and I'm sure they're all very excited and nervous at the same time.
So that was the Cougars running out. We'll have lineups on the screen shortly. The Tigers are coming up. Well, there it is. There's the Cougars lineup. I'll quickly go through it. Larika Malanga, Madison Grant, Monique Piantuni, Losa Numata, Madison Davies, Naomi Fitzpatrick, Georgina Feeney, coached by Paddy Farrell. Leaves a bench of Georgina Raw, Isabella Shearer, Hayley McGrunther, and, of course, assistant coach is Lauren Klingsberg, Amanda Vanderwall as well, and Joe Hope is the manager. Here come the Tigers. And a bit of Tiger, Eye of the Tiger for the Tigers. It's a little bit corny, isn't it, Katie?
Very cliche, but why not use it? Eye of the Tiger. Great song, great team running out right now.
So, there's your Tigers team. We'll start with the lineups. It'll be on your screen shortly. Amelia Fazakali, who is the goal shooter. Riley Bachelor, she is a great inclusion of them. She's the GA. Tash Robinson is the wing attack. Lily Gray, the centre. Rihanna is the Childs is the wing defence. Madison Ryan is the GD. Rihanna's sister Lynette Childs is the keeper. Leaves a bench of Irina Munga, Matilda Sinclair, Madison Cooley. Just like to take this opportunity to respectfully acknowledge the Turrbal, Jagera and Yugara peoples, the traditional owners of the land for which this event is taking place, and elders past and present and emerging. So first goal goes to the Cougars. Good start there, Katie.
Yeah, that's what you want as a team. Get that first goal away, get a bit of the nerves out. Cougars have done just that.
Of course, just our umpires just completing the pre-game. Umpires for this match, Rachel Thomas and Nicola Stevens, and Di Fawcett is the reserve. So 1-1, a pretty steady start, and it's back with the Cougars.
Just a bit too much on it there from Maddie Grant. Couple of nerves, which is to be expected, but these girls will settle into the game quickly, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this battle of Riley Bachelor and Naomi Fitzpatrick. Naomi's going to have her work cut out for her today. Riley Bachelor is absolute class act, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her put out a big performance today.
Indeed, we are looking forward to that one. So, and the ball back with the Cougars.
Great pick up from the Cougars there, picking up the scraps.
So Feeney with it now and again. Very patient, good defence being displayed here by the Tigers.
Yeah, really holding them up over this first transverse line. Cougars needing to find some space down court.
So ball with them now. Got an obstruction call inside the circle. Gives a chance for the GA in Grant. Madison Grant passes off. Still with the Cougars.
Going to be really important for these defenders to stay in play. No good to us when you're out of play. So it's going to be a nice clean on some big bodies in there in that Cougar circle, and Tigers will need to keep it squeaky clean, get the umpires on side.
You said us there, you're picking a Tiger win here?
Look, I am absolutely on the fence when I'm in a commentary role. Obviously my heart is always with the Tigers, but look, I really just want to see a great game. It'd be great to see the Tigers win, but I know the Cougars won't make it easy.
This is a sports show, Katie, not a comedy. It's not a sitcom. So
I'm a fair person. I see some great netball regardless.
The winner is netball. So the Cougars with it now. they've got a chance here. They're 2-1 up. We've played just on 2.5 in the first.
It's great to see a great take from Monique. She'll come through that middle space all day. She's going to need to on Lily Gray.
So, Larrica gets another one for the Cougs. They now get a break here. They lead 3-1. It's their centre next. And specialists today on the sideline. We have a treat for all the viewers at home. None other than Queensland Firebird legend, someone you would have played with, Romelda Aiken. Romelda, what's it like on the sideline?
Thank you guys for having me. A bit of nerves on both teams, as you can see, but I think the Cougars are attacking really well, which is fun to see, but I think there's a lot of pressure here on the goal attack for Tigers, so let's see how Riley stands up to the challenge. She's
coming back from a knee injury. She played a few games up in the thing, so you're a big fan of Riley?
Yeah, I've done a few sessions with her, and she's just out there killing it.
So let's call it. Who's going to win this one?
I'm not going to call it yet. There's
oh dear. I have 2 fence sitters.
I
have 2 more fence sitters.
You didn't ask me who was going to win it.
We'll be back to you soon throughout the match. Romelda Aiken joining us in coverage today. Fantastic to have her with us.
Sure is. What a treat.
And a missed shot there, unfortunately for the Tigers, falls back in the way of the Cougars. 3-1. We've played 3.5. It is a bit of a nervous start by both teams, Katie.
Oh, it absolutely is. The middies are having to do lots of running at this point with the ball going up and down, end-to-end netball. First team someone needs to settle into this game. I think the team that does that will take command of it early in this first quarter.
And don't forget, you can join us and be part of the interactive coverage that we are through the Facebook page Heart Sapphire Series. Even though this is the Ruby, you can still get us through the Heart Sapphire Series. And, of course, all the news, views and interviews, sapphireseries.com.au. So, by all means, make sure you have a chat and Katie will answer all your questions.
Oh, I'll do my best. Great take there from Amelia.
So, Fazackley gets... No, she misses, but still with the Tigers.
Couple of nervous first shots for Fazackley.
They need this one desperately, and she gets it on a second attempt. So 4-2, the lights flash black and gold. Of course, the Tigers are going from left to right of your screen, and the Cougars, who will feature in the big one later on, are going from right to left. It's great to see a club in both finals. It must be a testament to their system that they have out there at the Cougars.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Cougars always feature very heavily on grand final day and have done for a long time. So they'll be hoping to go 2 from 2 in these grand finals this afternoon, and both Jets and Tigers in the games going to hope to stop it.
Another goal there to Malungama, and she is showing a dominance early, 5-2, and shooting stats surprisingly for the Cougars. They're only it's a bit behind. It says that they're 5 out of 7.
Cougars defence doing a really good job there, really pushing the Tigers to one side of the court. They really need to swing that ball over this other side and open it up, get the ball flowing.
So Tigers with it, they swing across. Ooh, nearly intercepted there.
Great drive from Riley Bachelor. They need someone hitting that next drive.
So ball goes back to Fazackley. She's under heavy treatment there from both Childs, that's Lynette, and Ryan.
She is. Lily Gray just needing to look over the mess there at the front. Riley was holding nicely at the post, but sometimes when you're a little bit nervous, your vision can get a little bit narrow, so I'm sure Lily will open that up as the game goes on. Oh, great tip there from Riley Bachelor.
Bachelor gets down and does some dirty defensive work and does well. The ball back with the Tigers. Chance to... Oh, unfortunately, they turned it over.
Yeah, they need to reward that, the Tigers. Hard work in defence from our attackers. Needed to finish it off with a shot, but not to be.
So Grant with it now. Goes back to... Eventually it falls to... that's Bunty.
Cougars shooters under a lot of pressure here from Childs and Maddie Ryan, which we will see for 60 minutes.
Malungama misses, and the ball with the Tigers. So if they score here, that'll be handy. It's their centre next. Robinson under a bit of pressure there.
Yeah, great drive from Tash. She needs to really come hard at that ball. She's predominantly a goal attack, so Tigers using her at wing attack today. She is super fast, super athletic, and it'd be good to see her come into the game.
So Coach Paula Stewart deciding to make some changes. Hillary Collins-Mander is the assistant, and Erin Hodgkin is the manager of this side, the Brains Trust. So the Tigers very carefully have got it back to 5-4. If they score here, it's all tied up. Bachelor wants it. Doesn't get it. They swing wide. This is a big play here for the Tigers.
Yeah,
Katie.
it is. They want to level this game up. It hasn't been going all their way, but they remain calm, which is what they need to. Play the safe option for now. Shots like that are going to go a long way.
So to bring the viewers at home up to date, we haven't been broadcasting the Ruby, so they met in round 1 and the Cougars took care of that match. Sorry, the Cougars lost by 1, Tigers 49-48.
Oh.
The Cougars got the revenge in round 11, which was just on the 25th of October.
So we see a beautiful connection there from Pienty and Grant. Wing attack to goal. That great drive from Matty Grant there.
And that match was 52-43, and here we're all tied up 6-5. Too close to call at this stage. So... oh, that's a sensational pass there from Lily Gray.
Much better vision from Lily. Just used a little fake, pop it into Fazackerley. He'll finish it off for the Tigers.
Well, we're all tied up at 6. We've played 8, and this game is shaping up to be a crackerjack, Katie Walker.
Oh, and what else would you want? Grand final, we want to see some close games, some great netball. We're certainly getting that now. As we said, a little bit nervous, but it's to be expected. I'm sure we'll see it open up as the game goes on. Great defensive pressure from the Tigers. The Cougars doing a great job throwing that ball around, being patient with it. Maddie Grant going to the post to finish off. Need to drop those, Maddie Grant. Well, she won't be happy with that, but she'll fight to get it back.
So the Tigers got a chance to lead. They haven't led it all in the match. It's been all Cougars. And this is a chance for the Tigers. Playing a bit of tight defence there, the Cougs.
Yeah, Cougars doing a great job of keeping them really high. Tigers need that hard drive up the middle to open up this court.
So Robinson with it, finds Fazackerley, swings it across. Lily Gray finds a Bachelor with a beautiful sublime pass, that one.
Yeah, lovely ball.
Missed shot, but the Cougars chase it down. And back it comes.
Oh. Great chase from Madison Davies, but wasn't to be. Pulled for contact there.
So the Tigers get it underway again. Robinson, Gray starting to hit the circle well.
Yeah, she is hitting the circle really well. I just think that connection between Bachelor and Fazackerley is just taking a little bit longer than they'd probably like, keeping in mind Riley Bachelor hasn't been playing all season. So that combination is quite new. They're just finding their feet in there together. Funny to say that in the grand final, but
it is.
It's the way it is, and you find a way.
So footwork call there gives the ball back to the Cougars, and Grant makes no mistake.
Beautiful shot, Maddie Grant. Lovely off the hand.
7-6, and we got just over 5 to play in this first quarter in this, the Ruby final for 2020.
Yeah, well done by Tigers. Just playing it back, seeing what the options are, not forcing that ball.
Ooh, could have been a replay. It wasn't called, thankfully. And
Very
a loose
lucky.
pass from Gray. Miscommunication there between Gray and Fazackerley.
Yeah, it was. Fazackerley thought there must have been somebody else in the backspace.
And obstruction call here. The game slowed a little bit in these last couple of minutes. Quite a big crowd here at the Nissan Arena. We're right behind the large section of Tigers supporters. So, great hold there by
Beautiful.
Malungama.
That's very hard to defend for Lynette Childs. And well finished off as well.
So the Cougars get back to their biggest lead in the match, which is 2. We got 4:14 to play. It's their centre pass now. And this is a magnificent venue here today, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. A great example there of Monique Pienty getting off that line. She wasn't an option in the first instance, but she kept her movement and opened up on the second. So it's really great for wing attacks to have a look at that. Just because you're beaten on that first offer doesn't mean you take yourself out of the picture. Go again.
So
Great drive from Tash Robinson.
contact call on the Cougars. And again, Gray finds, this time for Zackley. Gets herself in a better position. Needs this shot. She misses. Margin is 3. Big miss early in the game. This could be out to 4. Their centre pass next, the Cougars.
Yeah, shooting percentage isn't as high as the Tigers would like at 55%. They're going to need to lift that if they want to be in the real contest of this game.
The biggest stat for me, 63% turnover conversion for the Cougars as opposed to 29 for the Tigers. They have to get that up, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's both of them centre pass conversion is way too low, 50%. It's you want to see it somewhere up around the 80 to 85. You know you're in for a good match.
So long shot there from Malungama. And the margin is now 4. That's the biggest lead of the game. It's owned by the Cougars. A little while ago we were tied at 6s, and the Tigers missed the opportunity to go 1 up. And now it's all Cougars.
They fight to get it back here in the last 2 minutes 38.
Oh,
errors like
Bachelor
that.
keeps it in, but contact call on her, I believe. Or is it? No, it's not.
Very lucky there for the Tigers.
It was called on Lynette Childs, and Bachelor gets another one.
We've had a rolling sub there, as we see Irene Mauger come onto the court at wing attack. Tash Robertson has gone to the bench. She's put the goal attack bib on. Millsy. You'll see Tash took a sub, but she's now standing in the sub box with the goal attack.
Well, you said she was a GA, so she's probably going to be on soon.
She is, and my thinking around that is probably as much of a star as Riley Bachelor is.
To shoot her, maybe?
Perhaps, yeah. And given that combination between Fazakali and Tash is probably a little bit more tried and tested for the moment. But after that little run from the Tigers of 2 goals, Paula Stewart, the coach, has sent Tash back to the bench for now and allowing them to settle for the next couple of minutes.
So margin is 3. We've got 1:38 to play in this, the first quarter of the 2020 Ruby Grand Final, brought to you by Hart.
Great ball there from Rihanna Childs, that long ball opening it up. And Tigers not able to finish off with that connection to post.
The pass looked on, Gray threw it. Unfortunately, Bachelor couldn't reel it in.
We see Shearer come on as well for the Cougars. Has come on to goalkeeper in a rolling sub.
That's Isabel Shearer.
Yeah, another bright young star for Queensland coming through the development programs.
We've got about 1 million of them.
We do, aren't we? Spoiled.
We certainly are. And there's one of them there in Grant. She gets another goal. Margin is back to 4. Every time the Tigers get a little roll on, it's been answered by the Cougars. And, brilliant work there by Gray. One-handed take right on the circle, and a loose pass there. It's over a third, called by the umpire.
Doing the work in defence, Tigers, just not rewarding it in attack. You really can't afford to let these Cougars shooters get their eye in, or they will punish you.
You talk about Tigers' defence. They only allowed 471 goals for the season, an average of 39.
Yeah.
That was the top. They finished 4th on the ladder, but that was the top defensive effort for all the sides.
Very, very impressive defence down this end. And they're spoilt for choice. The 3 that you see out there, neither 2 Child sisters and Maddie Ryan. You've also got Maddie Cooley on the bench. So it's a very, very strong young defence in, and did a hell of a job throughout the season.
7 seconds left. The Cougars get one last chance. They've got 3 seconds. There's the hooter. The shot is taken but misses. Don't think it would have counted anyway. I don't think they got it off. So that'll count as almost like a turnover, but a pretty impressive first quarter to the Cougars, 13-9. Tigers tied it up a couple of times, but the Cougars in the end just a little bit too classy in that first quarter. Katie Walker.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't think either coaches will be happy with the amount of turnovers. There's 20 in total for the game, 11 to the Cougars and 9 to the Tigers. You can't maintain that sort of turnover rate if you want to be winning games. So I'm sure the coaches will address that at quarter time. But yeah, so some really good stuff. The defensive pressure all the way through the court for both teams was something that was a feature, I think, and both attack ends just needing to get those final connections into their goal circles. They'll need to tidy that up in the next quarter.
So Romelda, can you hear us? What are your thoughts on the first quarter? Romelda, if you can hear us, thoughts on the first quarter?
We've lost Romelda.
Romelda, are you there? She's not here. We'll come back to Romelda as soon as we can. So, but anyway, we're stuck with just you and I, Katie. We won't be able to talk to Romelda for a bit. Okay, we've been told Romelda's back. Romelda, what did you think of the first quarter?
Sorry, I'm just really good at my job. First quarter, both teams, were really nervous and they settled into it. I am just so impressed by the Cougars goal shooter. She's just holding her own out there and just getting the job done. But very impressive first quarter. And I'm just also impressed by how these girls are so strong and hard onto the ball. Like, I'm just, blown away.
They little clones of you, so just playing just like you did when you were a superstar
a toddler?
shooter. When you were a superstar shooter for Jamaica, and of course the Firebirds. So, what would you say to the Tigers in the for the second quarter?
Oh, I think just like working the ball down to the circle edge and just using their small movements on and off the circle, because they're getting the ball down, but I think they're just rushing it in too much and putting a lot of pressure on the shooters in there. But I think they're doing really well to take the ball down, which is a positive.
Thanks, Romelda. We'll come back to you throughout the game. Well, your thoughts on you're a Tigers player. What would you be saying to the Tigers, Katie?
Yeah, I think they need to open the court up a little bit more, use that middle channel coming through court. I think their wing attacks can really take on that middle drive, really hard drive, get your hips around and go again. I'd like to see some more double plays from both sides in this quarter, get some speed in the game going to approach that circle edge, and just taking a deep breath, using your fakes on the circle edge and not putting your shooters under too much pressure. You
talked about a few misreads between Gray and Bachelor. Would you be looking at maybe making that change? You suggested maybe Bachelor would come off for Tash Robinson?
No, I wouldn't be making that change. Both players are class players and they'll be able to sort it out on the run. But we do see...
Well, Tash is coming at GA. It looks like Bachelor going back to shooter.
Yeah, which... I
can
totally understand how Paula has done that. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I think we'll see a much faster circle in this quarter, and looking to see these middies hit the circle edge.
So Tigers get the first centre pass. 13-9 was the quarter time score. No timeouts used so far in this match by either coach. Just to bring your fans at home up to date, if it's a tie, we play 7 minutes. We have a minute's break and we play another 7 minutes. If we're still tied up, then we go to the 2-advantage rule. So, as the Tigers get one back there through Childs.
You don't want to be putting a ball like that over Rihanna Childs' heads. That's absolutely her bread and butter. She's an absolute superstar. And beautifully brought through. That's probably the best passage we've seen for the Tigers. Great pickup and rewarded by Riley Bachelor.
So they've scored 2 straight here. Cougars yet to score in the second quarter. It's still with the Tigers now.
Yeah, the Tigers won't let a full goal margin bother them. They would have got some good instructions from Paula Stewart at quarter time and a couple of changes.
So Robinson misses, but Bachelor gets it back, and just like that, the margin's won 3 straight to the Tigers. Katie Walker.
Yeah, it's
game on.
60-minute game. You can't win them in the first quarter, unfortunately. You got to fight for 60. So we're going to see great battle. Lynette Childs, absolute superstar, just like her sister. They will go all game. These girls
pulled that one from nowhere. Ball still with the Cougars now. It looks like Lungamar will have a shot to break this run of 3.
Yeah, big task for Lynette Childs. As we said, Mulungamar having a cracking game so far.
There's a Mizuno momentum shift, and they break the run of 3.
This is where we need to see that hard drive to open up the court, take on the body.
Gray rips it in.
She has such a beautiful shot, Riley Bachelor, off that hand. Lots of work when she was in rehab. Obviously, for a lot of the time, all she could do was shoot. So it's going to pay off here today, I'm tipping.
So don't forget to join us through the Facebook page, Heart Sapphire Series, and for news, views and interviews, sapphireseries.com.au, as has the New Zealand men's captain, Junior Levy. Well, he might not be captain, but he's definitely their shooter, so he's joined us all the way from NZ.
Great pick up there from the Tigers. Unfortunately, throwaway there for Lily Gray. She won't be happy with that. She'll get straight back on the body and try to cause some havoc here for the Cougars attacking.
So Cougars lead it by 1.
Another beautiful hold.
And the pass is off to Grant. And she shoots and scores. Margin back to 2.
Another beautiful shooter, Maddie Grant, off the hand.
So Robinson with it now. Bachelor out of the circle.
Yeah. Riley Bachelor recognising really well that Tash Robinson was out of option. Coming out, releasing that circle. She's got her eye in now, Riley Bachelor. It's Cougars are going to have to change things up so that Riley Bachelor doesn't get on a roll. Very, very dangerous player, especially when she's at her best.
And a turnover here to the Tigers gives them the opportunity to square us up at 15s. And great save there from Rihanna Childs. Long pass in, Bachelor pulls it in. Shoots and scores. We're tied at 15s, 11:20 to play in the second.
That was a great take from Riley Bachelor under a lot of pressure there from Lily Gray's pass, but it came off.
There's the save. And another one here. She's done it 2 in a row.
He has a little bit scrappy from the Tigers. No bonus points for Pretty, but they'll still want to tidy this up.
Bachador, she's going to take a long ball to give them the lead. It was too much on the shot.
Oh.
A missed opportunity there. Should have probably worked it into a better position to make sure of the lead. And the Cougars, they turn it back over. And the ball back with the Tigers.
Neither coach will be happy with these turnovers, as we talked about at the first quarter break, Millsy. It's a lot of loose passes, not finding their mark.
So Robinson gets a chance here. She shoots, she scores. And for the first time in the match, the Tigers lead 16-15. They are on a 7-2 run in this quarter, Katie Walker.
Yeah, Cougars won't be happy with that. Some great changes there from Paula Stewart, bringing Tash Robertson to goal attack and putting Riley Bachador out to shooter. It's paying dividends at the moment.
So
great take there from Maddie Grant under enormous pressure from Maddie Ryan. 3 Maddies in this game today, Millsy. Maddie Ryan, Maddie Grant, Maddie Cooley.
That's very confusing. Just want to take an opportunity. Hayley McGrunther has come into the side for Hannah Lesage. Hannah broke her hand in the prelim final last week. She lasted 10 seconds. Unfortunately, she's out and missing the grand final, but her thoughts go out to her. And welcome. She's sitting on the bench. And the ball with the Tigers, a loose one there, unfortunately. So they had the lead. It's all square now. Chance here for the Cougars to snatch it back.
Great job from Monique there. Pionti really fighting hard for that circle edge, which is a strength of hers.
Oh, looked clean from here.
It did. Unlucky there, Maddie Ryan. But she'll go again. Oh, there's some hustle and bustle under that post. Don't expect to see that stop anytime soon, Millsy.
I don't. It's grand final day. There's no tomorrow. Well, there is a tomorrow. There's no netball tomorrow. So the ball swung across. It's loose. It's contact everywhere. Looks like it's on one of the child sisters. It is Rihanna.
Yep.
She's out of play.
No. Oh, great job from Lynette Childs there. Beautiful 2-foot, two-handed take up to the ball.
Oh, that's a tough task for Bachador. She was double teamed. They threw her not the highest percentage pass into her. She does well, draws the contact. And
these mid-courts are putting their shooters under enormous pressure at both ends at the moment.
So the goal to Robinson, we're tied at 17s. It's going to be a ding-dong battle. And another loose pass. Thrown from the hip. And Gray this time can't find Bachador. Defence doing incredibly well.
Yeah, they are, and the umpires are letting it go, letting some contest in there. This is what we want to see, as long as it's consistent, which it has been so far, which is brilliant.
So Robinson with it.
Great sweep around the front from Tash, trying to draw those defenders. If they're not going, she gets to take that ball herself. So great job from Tash Robertson.
That gives the Tigers a lead. It's the second time they've led. They've only led by 1, and this is the second time. And it's an unusual shooting style there of Tash. Like, it just sort of hits the front of the ring and rolls in. It's a low shot.
It doesn't have a lot of height in it. That's the way Tash has always shot. And, you know, there definitely is textbook ways to shoot.
And that's
Maddie Grant.
On point. So
as long as it goes in at the end of the day, that's what matters.
And there's another loose pass. Chase down here. Oh, Lily Gray did well. And I think she's been rewarded, has she?
No, she's been put out of play. But that's a great chase, and that should lift her side. Lily Gray, great chase. As you see her do her best to keep that ball in. So, unfortunately, getting pulled for the contact call. Yes, that's brilliant drive from Monique PNT. That is her bread and butter.
The give and go.
She has speed to burn. Obviously not the biggest player on court, but that size does not matter when you're as crafty and as quick as she is.
Speaking of small players on court, you're not exactly big yourself, Katie Walker.
Well, no.
And you had speed to burn.
Yeah, well, so. It's nice to have one or the other, isn't it? If you have both, it's even better.
You had some speed. And the ball falls back with the Cougars. They lead by 1. A loose pass. No, we've got a contact call.
Obstruction. Oh, is it contact? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Lynette Childs is being pulled for contact there.
Pass or shot.
Maddie Grant will go to shot, and that's exactly why.
So you got Maddie Grant and Malungamah in this team, and then you go to their top side with Stour and Holland and Reekers. They're stacked with shooters out there at the old Cougars.
Absolutely, they certainly are. They have a pool of shooters to choose from, and you know, whilst it's not good for the other teams right now, it's great for Queensland as a whole to have so many wonderful shooters coming through.
So Bachador, good hustle there, keeps the ball, throws to the pocket. Nice triangle offense there.
Beautiful. She's a wonderful mover, Riley Bachador. Makes it look easy.
So 20-19, and we're going backwards and forwards. It's a very close one, this one. Biggest lead of the game's been 4. That was owned by the Cougars. Tigers have led by 1 twice. As Pionti falls heavily. She's okay.
This battle's just gone up a notch. Monique Pionti and Lynette Childs. Plenty of body. Sorry, Rihanna Childs. My apologies.
There they are again at it.
Yeah. This is only going to get better, this little contest.
Childs attracting a bit of attention from the umpire. I hope she doesn't get cautioned.
Yeah, she'll have to tidy that up. Monique recognising that she can use the speed.
And Grant the shot.
Great drive off the centre pass for Tash Robinson. It's where they need to take it up a gear, the Tigers.
The pass from Grant to Bachelor is brilliant. She misses a shot. She'll get a second chance on the obstruction.
Much better centre pass play from the Tigers. That'll please Paula Stewart.
So we're going goal for goal. It's 13-9 quarter time. So the Tigers have done well. They've scored 11 to the Cougars 8.
Another beautiful hold from the Lunganarm there and a great feed. It's the beauty of hitting circle edge, Millsy, isn't it? Just takes so much pressure off the feed. If you can hit that circle edge, see what's in front of you and deliver a nice ball.
It's a simple game. There's a long pass. That wasn't circle edge, but it was a great pass from Gray to Bachelor. That connection seems to be working better now. Like in the first quarter, a little bit rusty.
Absolutely.
But this one looking much better, yeah?
Yeah, building, of course. And as I said at the beginning, it's Riley Bachelor hasn't been playing all season, so the combinations have had to be formed late in the season.
She came back with about 4 rounds to go from the knee injury.
And could only play, a quarter
X amount
or a
of quarters,
half.
yeah. She was on limited minutes.
To see her out there playing like this, outstanding. And, these players out there will just build her into this game as we go.
So the missed shot there from Malungamar, and the ball back with the Tigers. Breaks down a little bit there, but they're still in possession.
Yeah, much like the first quarter, it's about that 10-minute mark you see players starting to get a little bit fatigued in the back end of the quarters. And those drives tend to stop. And backspace opened up for Riley Bachelor then, though. That was beautiful and a great release from Irene Malga.
The pass to Bachelor is rewarded with the goal. We're 22 all. Robinson with it now. And, contest.
Great contest from both athletes.
It's gone the Cougars' way.
It could have gone either way, I think, that one.
50. Robinson pickpockets that one like a thief in the night.
Honestly, Tash Robinson has always been one of my favourites when I was at Tigers. She's such an athlete. Moves around the court beautifully. And
the sweet shot from Riley Bachelor gives the Tigers their 3rd lead of 1 goal.
Yeah, that will lift the Tigers. They needed a big intercept like that. Funnily enough, provided by goal attack.
Childs is out. That is Lynette Childs.
Ryan.
Ryan gets up high. Gets it taken off her.
Giving them plenty to think about in there, even on the 2-on-1.
Katie Walker, 23 all. No closer to knowing who's winning this one.
Oh, this is great.
Romelda, are you there? Can you give us your thoughts on this incredible second quarter?
I am just loving this attacking lineup here from the Tigers. They're reading each other and playing off each other. But I think Cougars just need to, switch their momentum and just lift their intensity a little bit more out the front for the goal shooter to get the ball in the circle. I feel like they're just on one level still and they just need to, lift that intensity.
So the move of taking Fazakali off and bringing Bachelor into GS seems to have worked?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they have a little bit, it reminds me of Gretel and myself.
Indeed it does.
Feeding off each other, they're buzzing out there. So good.
They are indeed. Well, we've got little junior Firebirds playing out here today. So, and the ball, one goes down.
How physical is this game, though?
It is. That's what Katie's been saying. She said it's going to get even more intense in the second half. We'll come back to you a bit later. Thanks, Romelda. And Bachelor gives them the lead, 25-24. We've got 2:08 to play. And timeout called by Paddy Farrell, the coach of the Cougars. Paula Stewart must be cock-a-hoop at the moment.
Oh, gosh. What a game.
Down by 4. She's turned it around. They lead by 1.
Yeah, this is that is the spirit of the Tigers. They'll never take a backward step. They'll keep fighting till the end, and I expect Cougars will do the same. When we see them come out of this timeout break, Paddy Farrell will be over there, I'm sure, telling these middies to continue to keep hitting that circle, to take on the physicality of the game, really getting that goal attack to do a lot of work.
We'll try and listen in and see what Paddy's saying.
But we can't
Wise words there from Coach Farrell. What did you make of that?
Yeah, Paddy Farrell's absolutely spot on. She's the queen of getting her players to take that forward drive. She's saying avoid the back space. That's where the strength of the Tigers defenders is. And she's looking for more up front for these attackers coming through court.
So, changed there. I think Davies has gone from wing defence to centre, which means we've probably got a new wing defence on for the Cougars. And a loose pass there from Davies. It's going to go back to the Tigers.
Yeah, that won't be the start that Paddy Farrell was looking for. Tigers look to capitalise on the error. Great vision there from Rihanna Childs. Oh,
contact in the back by the wing defence. Would that be maybe Hayley McGrunther? I'm not sure. I don't know the Ruby side as well. But the shot there from Riley Bachelor gives a lead of 2. That's the biggest lead the Tigers have had.
Yeah, and Tigers making them pay for that error.
Oh, no, a coach killer. Is that a break? I think it was.
A break.
That's a stab in the heart.
It is. They say it's a coach killer. It kills everybody, to be honest. It's a fan killer. So looking for that. This is that drive that Paddy Farrell is looking for, that hard drive through the middle. And that is a beautiful hold and a wonderful release from Davies. Great vision and super hold from Malungama.
Malungama gets another one. That ties, well, doesn't quite tie it up. 25-26. They're centre next, Cougars. If they score here, Childs, how did she do it? It's out.
Rihanna Childs. I don't know how she does it. That won't be the last time you see her chase down a ball like that all game. Has an uncanny ability to know where that ball is going, to put a body on the line to get it.
And the ball back with the Cougars now, desperately tying it up here.
Under a minute to go too. Pressure shot there from Maddie Grant had to be made, and she doesn't let her team down.
So Maddie Grant ties it up at 26. The ball with the Tigers. That break proved to be costly.
Plenty of time for the Tigers here. They don't need to rush this ball in, play it round a little bit. It's Cougars centre pass, so they won't want to give it back to them too quickly.
And Bachelor shoots, misses. That was a pressure shot. She couldn't complete it. And again, back with the Cougars. They've got just on 8 seconds. Someone needs to obstruct there. Bachelor should foul. Doesn't. Good defence nonetheless though, Katie.
Great offline defence through this mid-court. Beautiful job from the Tigers to hold it up.
Couldn't get it out of the goal third. That was a brilliant effort.
Yeah, really.
So Katie Walker, we've played a half. We're no closer to knowing who's winning. 26 apiece. Thoughts on the first quarter quickly?
Look, we're starting again, aren't we? It's you go as coaches and as players, you go back to a 0-all call. Well, it's exactly what it is. Only we've got 26 goals in. There was again the turnovers won't be a great stat. And they'll really need to tidy that up. We need to see some smarter netball. I think we need to see from these both teams. What we saw from the Tigers in that quarter was a lot of really gritty defence.
So plenty of questions, not a lot of answers. We're still tied up at 26 all. What will happen in the second half, we will find out when we come back from these very short messages.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in the game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
This year I created the digging set, which is a traditional tool used by females within their tribes, and it was used to dig up roots, shoots like the yam and the potatoes. And the women actually use it a fair bit more than the men, and it's actually made more than the men because they actually are the gatherers within those tribal groups. They actually do a lot more work than the males. The males did the hunting apparently, so it was harder for them to go and get a kangaroo, whereas the females.
Welcome back, second half of this incredible Rubies Grand Final for 2020. It's the Heart Ruby Series, Tigers versus Cougars. It's 1v4, Tigers being 4, Cougars being 1. We hope for a great match. We've got it, 26 all half-time. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by legendary Tigers player. 11 years we were with the Tigers, I believe? 10. Katie Walker, what did you think of that first half?
Oh, I think we saw some great passages. I think we saw some not so great passages. But what we are seeing is plenty of heart. And that's exactly what we want to see from these young athletes. We want to see them putting their bodies on the line. I'd like to see more of them using their smarts in this second half, Millsy.
So 13-9 first quarter. That was all Cougars. Tigers caught up a couple of times but couldn't get the lead, and then all of a sudden it became 26 all at 26 all at the half. So that was a pretty good quarter to the Tigers. I was pretty impressed by that. So the stats, the shooting percentages, the stats, we don't have them. Okay, the that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Make it up, Mills.
Oh, well, what do you reckon? Like 82%? We'll say 82%. How impressive is that? So there's a little technical glitch there. We didn't have the stats. Of course, you can join us. Ask Katie any questions you want. She is part of the Heart Sapphire Series Facebook page. She's there. She'll answer anything you say for all the news, views, and interviews. sapphireseries.com.au. Joining us on the sideline, Romelda Aiken. Romelda, what are your thoughts on that first half? Did you enjoy it? Romelda, your first half, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I know.
She's gone. We've lost her again. No Romelda. She might be in the canteen.
She might be in the canteen having a cup of tea. Maybe something a little stronger. This is a very a stressful match, this one, Katie Walker. So what would you be saying if you're the coach of, let's go, Paddy Farrell? Like, she had a lead of 4. What would you be saying now that that lead's evaporated?
Yeah, I'd be telling them to keep backing themselves. Don't get overawed with the Tigers having such a dominant quarter in that quarter. That's
a 13-17 quarter to the Tigers.
So it's 13 is pretty low scoring, to be honest, for the Cougars for both quarters. So they really need to increase their scoring rate and get it up there, I'd say, around the 15 or 16 mark to see them take this game out, especially against... that's not an easy task against this defensive unit for the Tigers.
So can we learn anything from previous games, like the Cougars 52-43 just a couple of weeks ago? That was on the 25th of October. And then round 1, Cougars 48, Tigers 49. Is it semi-final and grand final for netball different? Like, you don't look at past results, or what would you...
I wouldn't be as a coach. I mean, that game has been played. There's different things that come into play. I don't know if the lineups were exactly the same. I'm not sure if Riley Batchelor...
Well, she wouldn't have been playing in the first round, definitely. So
look, she makes a massive difference. So
indeed she does.
Cougars would have known that they're going to have a different battle on their hands with her in the side. But no, past games you learn from them, but you very quickly move on. So you don't worry too much about what's happened, but more take some learnings out of it and execute them better next time around. That's what the Tigers have done. Great
to see the Robinson family joining us on the Facebook. Tash Robinson family is in South Africa, so kui mora to you. That's a little bit of Afrikaans there. It says good morning, and I believe it would be nearly 10 o'clock over there in South Africa at the moment, so kui mora to them.
Millsy.
I'm a very diverse person.
Tash's family should be very, very proud. As I said earlier, she's a super athlete. She's an even better young lady, and great to see her playing well out there today.
So second half nearly underway. We've got just under a minute to go, and the Cougars getting their final charge up and fire up from their captains. Both teams in the huddles. Coaches have dropped off. So at the end of the day, it comes down to the players. Once they cross that white line, it's up to them.
Yeah, Maddie Grant for the Cougars giving some final instructions. They're firing up the troops. Funnily enough, both Maddie Grant and Monique Pienzi are both former Tigers. So they've trained against these girls. They've played with these girls. They'll know what they need to do in order to take the cookies today.
So the good news is we've got Romelda back. Romelda, was that a crackerjack first half or what?
I can't hear you.
You're killing me, Romelda. I'm saying, was that a great first half or what?
Oh, just like they've got me on the edge of my seat, which is what we want. I think both teams now have settled, and this is like the championship quarter, so let's see how both teams really, I guess, take the ball on. Well, I'm very caught up in the game.
That's okay. We started with a couple of loose passes there, but you know all about championship quarters.
Yes, definitely. And I think when you look at Cougars, they've just play, what would you say? Just a simple netball game. They're not trying to be too fancy. They just bring the ball down and just do it in their own little way.
Excellent work. Well, keep those headphones on. We'll be with you many times throughout the rest of this match.
Sorry, I'm just looking for the cheese platter.
Romelda with the cheese, and missed shot there for the Cougars. We'll talk to you soon. And 26 each.
Oh.
So
unlucky there, Tash Robertson. Going to have to try and get this back. Another turnover for the Cougars. Looking great pressure there from Lynette Childs inside that circle. As we've seen all first half, it continues into the beginning of this third quarter.
So, the long shot there from Madison Grant. Just what the Cougars needed.
Absolutely. You'd expect a player of her experience to come up with those big shots, and that's exactly what she did just then. I'm hoping to see more of that in this quarter. A lot of side-to-side netball here from the Tigers, a lot of long balls across court, which Paula Stewart won't be happy with. They need to shorten this game up and take the game on up the middle.
So Robinson double pumps, gets a second chance through the obstruction call. And this time she doesn't, but Bachelor gets the rebound.
Beautifully timed rebound there from Riley Bachelor. Tash Robinson lets out a big sigh of relief. Thank you, Riley.
So again, we're tied up again, Katie Walker, 27 apiece.
Oh, you can't split them at the moment, can they? Once somebody gets a little run on and it gets pegged straight back, and it's great to see the fight from both sides.
Just reminding the viewers at home, if we're tied up at full time, we play 7, then 1 minute break, and then another 7. And if we're still tied up, we go to sudden death. Whoever is 2 up takes the title.
Beautiful triangle play there from Davies to Monique Pienti at the top of the circle, enabling it to open up for Maddie Grant straight up the middle of that goal circle.
So the ball back with the Tigers. They're down by 1. A long pass here, chased down, but not kept in, unfortunately.
Once again, we're just seeing that long cross-court game just not being effective for Tigers. You'd expect them to learn by now that that's not working, need to change things up, and great pressure from the Cougars defence.
So Tigers keep it in.
Defense. Maddie Ryan.
Gave herself a clap, that's how impressive that was. A long punch, jeez, they're making it up for the shooters, aren't they?
Oh my goodness.
Heart-stopping stuff, Katie Walker.
Yeah, I held my breath there on that one too. These girls need to work harder to hit that circle edge.
Bachelor was probably the only person out there that could have got that.
Yeah.
And she did. Now there's a turnover, missed shot there from Malungama. And we're back with Tigers. Bachelor rolls beautifully around. Robinson can't handle. I think it went through her legs.
Yeah, just that touch on that final pass is just letting them down for the Tigers at the moment. Shooters presenting themselves quite nicely under a lot of pressure from the defenders. Another great ball between Davies and Pienti. Being patient with this ball, working it round, great hands over. Maddie Grant says, bugger this and go in the post. And that is exactly why.
And why wouldn't you?
Beautiful shot from Maddie Grant.
Gives the lead back to the Cougs. Only 1 time out in that first half. Paul Stewart not calling one.
No, they're
you can't save them, can you? You can't have 2.
Well, they're letting them figure it out themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one. If we see too many more throwaways in these next couple of minutes, I'm tipping there may be a timeout call. These umpires doing a great job of letting the contest go. They've been consistent all game in doing that. Some of the players not happy. But you've got to play that whistle. And the umpires being consistent in the way in which they call it. So great pressure here from the Tigers attack. Really blocking up, high up the court, forcing the extra workload for the Cougars attack end.
And the ball loose pass here gets caught there by, that was Child Rauner.
Yeah, she's there to pick up the scraps.
She's done that a lot this game, hasn't she?
Yeah, just keeping her eyes on the ball, always staying in place. You've got to be constantly thinking about what's my next job, next job, next job. And Riley Bachelor's next job is to pop that goal away to even us up once again.
So again, we're tied up, 29 apiece. We've got 10 to play in this, the third championship quarter. Now, there's a contact call, I believe. Yes, there is.
We talk about being put under a lot of pressure. Davies putting Pienti under a lot of pressure on that centre pass with the big, strong body of Rihanna Childs on her over that transverse line.
Both out now, Ryan and Childs. 2-1 in the circle. That's too easy for Maddie Grant.
Yeah, you don't want to be...
Don't leave her alone, do you?
No, you don't. And Cougars would want to finish that one off with 2 defenders out of play.
So the ball back with the Tigers now. Gray with it. She looks in. There's no one at home.
No, there's not. Cougars doing a really good job of lifting their centre pass pressure.
Oh, the old double dodge there from Bachelor.
I really think Tigers can give that first ball when Riley Bachelor is on that drive.
So Robinson misses. Bachelor gets it.
Yeah. I'd be backing Riley Bachelor to take those shots. Give her the ball. Let her either draw the contact or get those hips around quickly and draw the obstruction.
So, great shot, Maddie, comes from Tracy Grant. Yes, it was. She's had a few of those great shots.
She sure has, and there'll be more to come.
And
here's that battle we talked about early, Millsy. Rihanna Childs and Monique Pienti. Really physical battle. You got speed on strength.
Speed on size, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and strength. She is a powerhouse, Rihanna Childs.
The fake pass.
There it is. And a sister doing much of the same in Lynette Childs, coming through on that ball.
Unsure of the call. Was it obstruction contact or?
Yeah, I think she called a contact.
Fair enough.
Let the contest go, but they're doing that at both ends.
They are
Milsey.
indeed.
So the players need to accept that that's how the umpires are calling it.
30-all. Bachelor misses, but she'll get another chance as well with the obstruction.
Isabel Shearer being called out of play.
So the lead goes back to the Tigers. My reckoning, that's the 7th time they've led by 1.
Well, she's an old ding-dong battle, this one, Millsy.
It's going down to the wire. Do we get paid extra for overtime? I hope so. Put in the overtime claims.
I just want to see the good netball. It's brilliant.
Robinson.
There's that flat shot you talked about, Millsy. Just needs a little bit of nerves there in that shot you see when they doesn't get, those knees aren't bending like they normally do. Just pulling up a little bit short.
So the rebound was through Shearer. And back, we've had a change at centre for the Cougars.
Oh, Maddie Ryan coming off that body, just needed to get off a fraction more to keep the umpire happy. Another beautiful hold there from Malungama.
Numata comes back on at centre for the Cougs.
Have a little breather.
They score and tie it up at 31. 31 apiece is the commentator on the grounds calling it. Indeed it is.
Oh. Putting Malungama under a lot of pressure there. Oh.
Turnover there through Childs.
Childs to Childs.
It's a child fest at the moment.
That's a better play. Great job from the Tigers. Ball speed.
Play of the game by the Tigers,
absolutely.
I'd say.
Ball speed just killed them. The defenders drove it all the way down to the transverse line. Open Irene Mauger up on that centre circle edge.
So 32-31, Tigers.
Oh,
Robinson drives in, hits the post and throws it back, but there's a contact call, I think, on the Cougars.
Yeah, look, that's the speed and athleticism I talk about of Tash Robertson. Just harness that so she can balance up and shoot. She would be the complete package for Tash, and as I said, I can't rate her high enough, and I think she's got big things ahead.
Tigers lead by 2, 33-31. It's their biggest lead of the game, second time they've been here. Cougars have answered every time the Tigers have led, and they do it again here.
Yeah, they do.
Through their very consistent shooter, Malungama.
Yeah, they can definitely...
Oh, Tigers turn it over. Unfortunate.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Maddie Ryan. She won't be happy with that, but she'll get back tight on Maddie Grant. She'll look to turn this ball back over.
And haven't had a chance to promote it, but don't forget, 5 o'clock, we got the big one, the Sapphire Grand Final, Jets v Cougars. We'll be on air from about 10 to 5 local time. Haven't had a chance to plug that because this game's been too exciting.
Just keeps getting better, Millsy.
You'll be joining me for that one, I hope?
Yeah, I think I'm sidelined. I think Romelda and I are swapping. So
Okie dokie.
I'll try and not go missing like our little friend down there.
And the ball to Robinson.
That's another beautiful play from the Tigers. This athleticism is really coming into play. Riley Bachelor doing a beautiful job, and it mightn't be as obvious to others, but she's doing a beautiful job of just holding that position so Tahash can do some damage around the front or running that baseline.
Solid play here from the Cougars. Falls to Malungama. She scores again. Margin back to 1.
Yeah,
We got 5 to play in the championship quarter. Romelda, what are you seeing in this quarter thus far?
Just watching how every time each team get the ball, they turn it over. I think someone in the team just need to just stop and settle. It's a bit of like they score their centre pass and they get that ball to go in for another shot and then they turn it over. And that will come with, like, I guess, more experience being out there on court. But it's so good to see the aggression on these girls and how hard they're out there playing.
So, thanks, Romelda. Ball back with the Cougars. They get a chance to tie it up for the 7,000th time, and they do it. 34-all. We got 4:20 to play. Still no closer to working out who's going to win this one.
No, that was a beautiful shot by Malungama there. Absolutely being a rock under that post for her team. She's under enormous pressure from these defenders, as we've said all game. She'll know that won't stop until that final whistle. Maddie Grant doing a great job of just working that space around it. There we go, a absolute Maddie Ryan special. She is so tenacious to that ball. Having that error not so long ago, she always makes amends for errors, Maddie Ryan. We see that just now.
Great play there by Robinson. Went one way, faked, came back the other, positioned herself under the ring for the goal. And the Tigers get another 1 point lead, 35-34.
This is much better from the Tigers, finding circle edge. A great fake there as well from Irene Malga. Beautifully finished by Tash Robinson. She has really come into this game this quarter.
And a timeout call by the Cougars. So they're calling theirs in the third quarter. Paddy Farrell obviously not liking something she's seeing.
No, I think she just got a sense that Tigers are about to go on a run. I was getting that sense myself. The court just seemed to start to open up a little bit more for the Tigers attack end, and Paddy Farrell's having none of that.
Okay, fair bit of momentum swing there to the Tigers. We'll try and listen in to see what's being said. So we've got the music happening, so I'm not sure if we'll pick up anything except a bit of Footloose, Katie Walker.
Yeah, well, sing along.
Too high. If you're tired, it's because we keep throwing it away. Okay? One lead, definite and strong. Not, you're the fastest person out there. Why are we dodging 4 or 5 times? One step, go. Alright? In the front, let's start working hard. First quarter we work. Alright? Feet on the ground and block. All the way through. You need to get out on that first ball. Okay?
Pretty unhappy Paddy Farrell there. She called it like it was. If you're tired, it's because you're throwing it away. Katie Walker, it's great to see some honesty in coaching.
Oh, I love that woman. Anyone that's been coached by Paddy or even knows Paddy knows that you'll never not understand what she wants you to do. She's very clear with her instructions. She wants Malangama holding strong. Doesn't want her on the move. They're telling her you need to stay put and use that beautiful strong body so the mid-courts can find her. She wants her attack ends doing less work.
So they come out at 36-34, and immediately the Tigers turn it over. They lead by 3, Katie Walker. Biggest lead of the game for them. And you might be right about this momentum shift going towards the Tigers.
Can definitely sense it. That is not what Paddy asked for. Paddy Farrell asked for in that timeout. First, as soon as they're back out there with a throwaway, they really need. The defender's going to have to work extra hard here to fight back for this ball.
So the quarter time score was 26 all. The Tigers win this one so far 11-8.
Oh.
Soon to be 12-8 through Bachelor Door it is.
Tigers just really starting to find these connections, which is dangerous times for the Cougars. They're going to need to shut these connections down, perhaps try and split them, really break up the connections, force them wide. They're going to need to make some changes. They're going to have some effect on this score.
So lead of 4 is the biggest lead for the Tigers. It's also been the biggest lead of the match, owned by both sides. A turnover here gives the Tigers another chance. Their centre next. Could be 6 by three-quarter time, but a loose pass, very low percentage pass. In fact, it was thrown out from the centre pass. Probably a bit of wasted opportunity there, Katie Walker.
Yeah, absolutely. That was brilliant defence work to get that ball back from Lynette Childs and Maddie Ryan. They won't be happy with that. But we go again here and we get it straight back. So Maddie Grant gives it straight back to Lily Gray.
Bachelor Door home alone under the ring, as Beryl says, doing a Macaulay Culkin. And 39-34. Oh, there's only one player who could catch that, and that's that young lady there, Riley Bachelor Door.
That's beautiful. Looks like the Tigers have taken it up a gear here now.
It's 6 straight to the Tigers. We were 34 all. It's now 40-34. And they're 4 straight since the timeout. So not the answer Paddy Farrell was looking for.
No, it's not. And Tigers have to keep going at it. It is only the third quarter. We've still got 16 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this game. It's far from over. They're going to have to keep being relentless in defence and smart in attack. And Cougars are going to have to chip away at this score. They're going to have to be dogged in turning this ball over and then rewarding it at the post.
So the fastest player on the court finds Grant. Now it's with Malangama. She shoots and misses. They can't keep it in, or they do, but it falls away of the Tigers through Childs, who throws it away. Gray chases it down. Oh, that was Ryan, sorry. And the ball back with him.
She gets another go at it, Malangama here. I don't think she'll miss this one.
She does.
Oh, she does.
Gets her own board.
Not this one. I meant the rebound.
Indeed. Well done. Nice save, Katie Walker. 35-40. We got 30 seconds left. It's been all the Tigers in the third quarter, particularly this last 5. That was a Mizuno momentum shift there. That's the run of 6 has been broken.
Smart work by the Tigers, getting ball into Riley Bachador.
She shoots long and scores.
It's enough time for the Cougars to score if they're smart about the way they play this.
They need to slow it down here, the Tigers. Cougars looking in immediately. They go back. There's an obstruction. Smart play by Childs. This will use the clock up. 3 seconds left. Touched, and I think it's a Tigers ball. It's irrelevant because the hooter goes.
That's some very clever work from Lynette Childs, which we'd expect no less. They're not just great athletes, they're actually very, very smart netballers
So it'll be Tigers centre pass when we come back. 41-35. They win the quarter by 6. And that was a great quarter to the Tigers, Katie Walker.
Yeah, much better second and third quarter from the Tigers. Paula Stewart will be much happier with that one, and they'll be hoping to continue into the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Tigers 41. Special guest comments. Rebecca Rankin, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Rebecca, a bit of a momentum shift towards the end of that third quarter, but before that it was a nail-biter, anybody's game.
Oh, it's just so fun, and just sitting on the sideline, just seeing how hard these girls are going out there, to see the aggression, taking the ball down to the post, like, so good.
There was a moment that you captured there, around about 2 minutes to go there from the Tigers. That could have been one that maybe shifted that momentum, got them those points towards the end of that third quarter, but still anybody's game. Who knows what could happen?
Yeah, definitely. The third quarter is always a championship quarter, and as you can see, Tigers really put their foot down in that third quarter. So I'll be interested to see what the coach has to say to the girls going on to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for sure. So the Cougars, what would be the plan of attack for you? If you got the Cougars here, you're chatting to the girls, they're a few behind now, what would you be saying?
Just take a deep breath and just take the ball down to the circle and give it to your shooters because they're doing really well in the circle.
Fantastic. Of course, the big game coming up next, we'll have the grand final, the Norths Cougars up against the University of Southern Queensland Jets. And this just must be so exciting for you. Here we are in November, still watching outstanding quality netball.
Who doesn't like netball? That's what you do on a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon, just watch netball.
And how much are you enjoying it, seeing it from where we normally get to see it? Of course, we're normally out here watching you on the court. How are you finding it there on the sideline?
Very nerve-wracking. I think I'm catching every ball and running every sideline of this court. So good luck to the girls for the rest of the quarter. There
was actually one moment there where I saw you stick your hands out because I thought you were actually legitimately going to catch that ball. It was close.
Oh, I do. I play every ball out there, so yeah.
Romelda, thank you so much for your thoughts and your insight. It's wonderful to have you here on Grand Final Day. We'll let you get ready for this final quarter. Let's go, team.
Let's go. Go, teams.
All righty, make sure you stick around. Big final quarter coming up, and then the Sapphire Series Grand Final. Let's play this game.
So Romelda there having a sideline interview with the ground announcer, so she was pretty excited. Katie Walker, I'm pretty excited. What about you?
Oh, how could you not be excited? What a great game we've been treated to so far, which is exactly what we expected. Tigers will be looking here to put their foot down, find another gear and finish it off. Cougars will be hoping to spoil the party.
So is 6 enough? Can they just play the old let's score off our centre pass game, or they got to keep pushing on?
Oh, 6 is definitely not enough, especially with passages like that, no way. But they need to see it, though, that they're not... You don't want to protect a lead. You want to push on. As I said, you want to find another gear and go. Well, that's what great teams do. You're not content with 6. You want 7. You want 8. You know, show no mercy.
So the ball now gets turned over immediately by the Tigers, and Cougars will get it through Malungamar, and she scores.
That's a beautiful take. As she's done all game, they'll really be looking for her to be that solid rock for them under the post so that they can hit circle edge, find her nicely. But centre passes like that won't help their cause in chipping away at this score.
Madison Ryan picked that one, throws to Lily Gray, and she finds Robinson, shoots a long way for her, but no mistake. And that turnover gets given straight back. So it's 42-36, back with the Tigers centre pass.
Yep.
14 minutes left in the season. This, the Hart Ruby Series for 2020. And it's all to be done for the Cougars at the moment. They led by 4, now down by 6. Now 7,
Beautiful
Riley Bachelor
from Riley Bachelor. She's done so much work when she was out with that ACL to come back physically strong. I mean, you only have to look at her to see what great shape she's in. Absolute powerhouse under that post and very hard to defend when she's on a hold like that.
So, a loose pass there, gets picked up well. Eventually it falls with Malungamar, who shoots and scores.
Yeah. Great attempt.
13-21.
Great attempt by Lynette Childs over the pass, but Malungamar can't be phased on that shot. Finishes off for the Cougars.
We're still at 6. No sign of nerves yet for the Tigers.
There's that hold I talked about on the last passage. Riley Bachador recognising that Isabel Shearer is having a little trouble getting around on that. I'd be telling Isabel Shearer to just keep moving those feet. Don't get caught up on the body, giving Riley Bachador something to think about. So
all of a sudden the game's opened up. We're going goal for goal and scoring pretty quickly as the Cougars chase the margin of 6. Tigers responding well. Monga with it now and finds Bachador.
And what a beautiful mix-up from Riley Bachador. We've seen a hold for those last 2 shots.
Absolutely.
She decides to take the front space on that case. Talking about, I was saying for Isabel Shearer to keep Riley Bachador guessing, but she was one step ahead of her then. Shows a little bit more experience from Riley Bachador. Just knowing to not play the same play over again, mixing it up.
It was all too easy there for the for Tigers, but answered again by the Cougars. Margin back to 6.
We're seeing some of the best passages in this first few minutes of the fourth quarter.
It's like both teams have settled, hasn't it? All of a sudden they've just settled and we're going to play netball and see what happens.
Those connections seem to be coming along much better. Seems a lot more fluent netball. Timing's a lot better from both teams, which we all know is critical in this game. Timing is a massive thing you need to get right.
The ball's still with the Tigers. Bachador comes out, looks for Robinson, can't find her.
That is a beautiful pick.
Bachador gets her own bad pass back through a brilliant intercept.
And that's exactly what you want to see, don't you? You don't want to see someone content with throwing it away. You get back in. As I said before, next job, next job, next job.
She's a tall young lady and she does it well. Don't forget to join us, Heart Sapphire Series. Give us a comment like Karen Popaz and Shari Haggerty. By all means, enjoying the pro. And another one to the Tigers.
Yeah, great pick up there from the defenders.
The margin 7. They score here. It's 8.
Oh!
Contact call there. And goes down heavily.
Yeah, she's a toughie.
That's Madison Ryan. She bounces back. Takes a few seconds off the clock, which is good for the Tigers.
Irene Mauger just needing to steady those feet.
Footwork call there.
A little rush of blood from Irene.
It's a shame. It would have made it 8. 8 with only 11 to go is a tough task in the last quarter.
And this is where you need to keep, even when you're holding the lead, you need to keep your composure. You can't just go into safe mode. That's not what got them with a 7-goal lead. They put their foot down. They've been relentless. Oh, Maddie Ryan.
Read it like a Dr. Seuss.
Absolutely.
And, it's nearly kept in. It is. And,
it's a great chase from Numata there. She's not willing to give up this game so easily.
Chase the ball down, hurdled the advertising hoardings and does well. Childs does brilliantly to get that ball. Cougars increasing the defensive pressure.
They are.
And there
Tigers' drives have stopped a little bit through this midcourt. They're going to have to keep going. This game is far from over.
So Gray with it. Childs throws away a loose one, possibly a replay not called. It falls back with the Cougars.
Yeah, some very scrappy netball in this last minute or so.
It was brilliant up until that point.
It absolutely was. We spoke too soon about the beautiful passages.
So the goal through Malungamar, and all of a sudden it's 6. Ball still with the Tigers.
Oh, beautiful play from the Tigers.
Oh, did it come off Robinson last? It may have, but not called by the umpire that way.
Cougars might have been a little bit unlucky there, but you've got to play what's been called.
So Robinson will settle. Throws across to Gray. They can't find Bachelor, but they can find Robinson. Nice rotation of the circle there.
Beautiful rotation. Well done to Riley Bachelor to hold at that post, and Tash recognising, taking that front space.
So Katie Walker, we've played 6 and the Cougars haven't eaten into this lead at all.
No, they're going to have to get a move on shortly if they're going to win this grand final, and that will not help. Oh, how many times have we seen that today, Millsy? A great turnover and then thrown away straight back.
It's an old story in coaching. A turnover is never complete until you score not that goal, but the next centre pass. And we've had a lot of loose ball again. Someone's gone down. Is it?
Numata. Yep.
She's gone down. She's all right. She's back up. All of a sudden, it's getting willing again.
It is. It's getting a little bit scrappy in there. It's you want to see contests, but you want to see fair contests. Maddie Grant, beautiful shot. Really important for the Cougars, that shot, just as a settler.
Maddie Grant scores. And the ball back with Childs. Finds Robinson. We've got an obstruction call. 6 the margin, 8:30 to play. And we're back with the Tigers. They're hanging on to this lead.
Tigers have got to keep these drives here.
A lot of cross-court at the moment. They're not making many clear. There's one. Robinson comes out well. Looks in, forces it into Bachelor. She needs this shot and gets it. It was a bad passage of play, made good by the shot from Bachelor.
It was nice and patient. It wasn't pretty, and the drives are stopping. Someone needs to put their hand up and say, give me the ball. I'm going to take these drives and lift the rest of your teammates. Another beautiful hold.
Does well.
She's a beautiful holder, Malungama.
Malungama scores again. Margin still 6. 48-42. Time is starting to tick away for the Tigers. Robinson can't chase that one down. Is this the start of the comeback for the Cougars?
Well,
Katie Walker.
Cougars certainly hope so. The crowd's just lifted in here. Tigers need to keep their nerve, keep staying tight on this body, having a go at the ball. Big hands over, especially when we get down this attack and when you've got such a beautiful holder in Malungama. Big hands over the ball is crucial.
So we'll just check in with Romelda. Romelda, is this the comeback, that turnover, is it going to spark a comeback for the Cougars?
Oh, I think one thing that I've noticed, at Birdies, we talk about ball in possession, and you can see the Tigers girls when they were bringing that ball down for such a young age group. How good are they just like being patient in bringing that ball down and not like Hail Marying it down into the shooter, which is so good to see from both teams. So really watching them just like having that ball in possession to take it down court without even having to like do the long ball out.
Alrighty, we'll come back to you later in the game. We want a prediction at some stage from you who's going to win, but the ball back with the Tigers now.
Do you Katie?
Sorry, what was that, dude?
Do you think the Tigers is going to win?
Of course I do.
Katie.
I can't really tell from everything you've said.
Hey, credit where credit's due, girlfriend.
So,
got you, girl.
Romelda Aiken on the sideline. We'll be having her in the next game as well. And the margin back to 6. The Tigers dropped 1 or 2 there, but fought straight back. 6 to go, lead of 6. Katie Walker, I reckon it's done.
Oh, look, well, if I was out there, I'd certainly be playing like it was done in terms of showing the players around me that we've got this. Let's go another gear. Let's make them pay.
So Riley Bachelor back to 7. She's made a huge difference since she came to shooter. Paula Stewart, super smart move.
Yeah, some really great changes from Paula. Had a massive impact on the way this game is being played out. This defensive end, I can't speak highly enough of them though. Just absolutely relentless.
Robinson, vision to the circle, finds Bachelor on the baseline drive. Almost play of the day.
Yeah, that combination has just got better as the game's gone on, and 2 superb athletes connecting.
If you didn't see the start of the game, Amelia Fazakali started at shooter, Bachelor at GA, and midway through the first, it wasn't quite working. Supercoach makes the change, and all of a sudden the Tigers have clicked, and it's been some smart coaching there by Paula Stewart.
It has, but this game is far from over. 5 minutes is a long game, especially in the grand final. If you've got the fight, there's no reason you can't come back from that deficit. Tigers just need to keep coming. Oh, my goodness.
Bachelor goes offside. She does. Called by the umpire. Maybe this is the spark. As you say, 5 to go. They're down by 6. Hope I haven't called it too early, Katie Walker.
No,
I'm
the
going to look
Cougars
stupid.
Look, I'm saying
more stupid.
Look, I've been saying the whole time, it's never over. You always want to play and think like it's over. You want to play positive.
So Maddie Grant shoots long and misses, and the ball falls to the other Maddie in Orion. You're right, there are a lot of Maddies out there.
There's a lot of Maddies.
And the ball back with the Tigers through Robinson. She finds Bachelor. Fancy footwork and scores Bachelor. Margin 7, 42 to 45. 4:20 to play. Is it a bridge too far, Katie Walker? I'm trying to get you to commit.
As I said, I absolutely believe that's how I'd be thinking if I was out there. But we know how these games go. I think as you're getting down to the 3-minute mark, that hope starts to fade a little bit more with a margin like 6 or 7.
And Madison Ryan picks off another one. She's had a big match, hasn't she?
She never lets you down. Maddie Ryan is one of the most dependable defenders you'll ever come across. Doesn't matter whether you're 10 up or 2 down, she'll always come up with a ball.
Gray hits the deck, gives the ball back to the Cougars.
They can't stop here yet, the Tigers.
Tigers ball now. Margin is 6, 52-46.
Lily Gray needs to grit her teeth and go hard here. She's been a wonderful player for the Tigers for the last couple of seasons. She needs to lead this side to victory. keep her composure.
Great interchange play between Bachelor and Robinson. When one's out, the other ones make their way into the circle.
Yeah, and that's what the Tigers were lacking at the early stages of this game, even with Tash Robinson and Bachelor. But they've found their groove, and it's what's seen them end up with a 7-goal lead at this point.
7-goal lead. They're winning the quarter by 1. 3:06 to play. All to do for the Cougs. And the number 1 seed coming into this final is in a bit of trouble.
So we see Monique Pianti enter the court once again at wing attack, looking to inject some speed, get this ball moving down court, which is exactly what we just saw just then.
Katie Farrell said she's the fastest player on the court. I tend to agree with her.
I shan't be arguing with that at all.
A long ball down. Robinson seems to find space very easily.
She does. She's as I've said, I can't sing her praises enough. She's a beautiful mover.
And Bachelor probably gets the sealer. 2:27 to play, margin of 7.
You want to see the Cougars keep fighting regardless of the score. You keep going to that last whistle, and these girls will do that, both sides.
Playing a bit of catch-up netball there, forced a pass into the shooter.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't on.
Wasn't. They're looking to score quickly, the Cougars. Unfortunately, I think it might be a little bit too late for them. They've put up a hell of a fight. Tigers just finding those combinations, particularly in these last 3 quarters, and making Cougars pay.
And the biggest lead of the game is 8. It's owned by the Tigers. We've got 1:53 to play. And breaking call, no contact call. And away we go back with the Tigers. It'd be a shame if they got it to double figures. I don't think it's reflective of the game. Like we won the margin for so long, it was going each way. So if it got out to 10, it would be a bit unfair result for the Cougars.
Absolutely. Cougars will be looking to capitalise on this, so that's exactly what doesn't happen, Millsy.
So difference is 8. The mascot Tiger is up and cheering.
Oh, called for obstruction there. Lily Gray just looking to slow things down.
Smart play.
Yeah, giving Cougars as little opportunity as possible.
And the ball goes out. They're not going to run and chase that, the Tigers. They're just looking at it. Now Madison Grant picks it up. It's outside the circle. It goes back to her. She shot beautifully today, Madison Grant.
Yeah, she has. Another beautiful mover. Geez, we've been spoiled watching these 2 shooting ends. Some beautiful passages, some strong bodies, great contest from the defenders.
So the shot misses, well kept in by Malangamar, and falls back to her now.
Now we see that beautiful hold from Malangamar, and Monique Pianti finding her beautifully.
Inside the last minutes, 55 to 48. It looks like the Cougars won't win this one.
They won't, as we see Rihanna Childs absolutely chasing that ball down like no one's business. Unfortunately, Tigers are called for a stepping footwork call.
So we're inside the last 30. It's going to be a victory to the Tigers. Just want to take this opportunity. Paula Stewart coached the winning Wildcat side last year in the Sapphire. Changed clubs, got the Ruby Tigers, and it looks like she's going to be a victor coach here.
Grand final specialist, Paula.
She certainly has. And speaking of grand final specialists, Riley Bachelor drains a long bomb, and that is all they wrote for this one. The 2020 Ruby Hearts series comes to a conclusion, and the winning side is the Tigers, 56 to 48. Katie Walker, what a match.
Oh, what a fitting end for Riley Bachelor to sink that long shot. She had a beautiful game, as did Tash Robinson out the front of her. Defence end, as I've spoken about all game. They were relentless. Tough task on Malangamar and Maddie Grant, and they just went at them all game. They mixed it up. They didn't just stay on the body. They played a split circle. They played offline defence. They gave them so many different things to think about, and it absolutely paid off with the 8-goal margin.
So the Tigers huddle up. They're pretty pleased with their efforts. They get in the circle now for the old congratulations to the opposition. Yeah. But that was impressive. They were down by 4 early. They hung in there. They kept catching up. The Cougars would pull away, and they just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Got a little run on late in the third quarter, and then they just hung on to that probably the last 5 minutes of the third quarter, and the last quarter was their best.
Yeah, that really sealed the deal for them there, as we see them cheering into their large support base. And a big shout out to the Carina Leagues Club, Wade and all the board there that are at every game. The girls would have felt their love and support.
10-year sponsors, Carina Leagues Club, apparently the best palmies in town.
Oh,
so
it's the chicken and cashew I go for.
Oh, there you go. So you can't beat that. We'll see if Romelda can hear us over all the noise. Romelda, what did you make of that last quarter?
So loud down here, guys.
Can you hear?
That was very good. Just to watch Tigers just really dominate and just did everyone out there on court just did their own job in that last quarter. Commiseration to Cougars. I think they really took the game on, but just left it for the last bit to give them a big run for their money. So congrats to Tigers.
So thank you, Romelda. There's the congratulations there. All hugs around the coaching staff there. Paula Stewart, Hillary Collins-Mander, and of course Aaron Hodgkin, the manager. They've done a great job with this side. They've come from fourth. They had to do it the tough way. Everyone thought the Jets would probably take care of them in the prelim on Tuesday night. They only played 5 days ago, and yet they took care of that match. Again, exactly the same. It was all Jets. They built and built and built. Tigers hung in there. They ran away with it in the last part of that game, and they've done the same thing here. Yeah. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, well done to the Tigers. Outstanding effort. Winning grand finals is the absolute best thing in the world. But as Romelda said, the Cougars should be super proud. They put up a hell of a fight, played some great passages, but Tigers just too strong today.
Let's talk about the Cougars. Who are your best?
I think Malangamar was outstanding at goal shooter. And when the Cougars did get in trouble, it was because the Tigers' defence was doing a really good job in shutting her down. I thought Maddie Grant out the front shot beautifully. They were probably my two standouts. Monique Piunti, I always think she's an amazing player and a big player of the future. She just needs to back herself more on those give and goes, hitting that circle edge and really taking the game on. But she'll learn that in time. But another great performance by her as well.
Maddie Grant, for me, I thought she was outstanding in a losing side. Shot the lights out. Let's talk about the Tigers. If you had to pick a man of the match, which we don't, but if we did, player of the game for you is?
Very hard to go past Riley Batchelor, but I thought Tash Robinson was outstanding too. Collectively, I know I'm very much throwing it across the board. I thought Lily Gray did a great leaders game, but I think that defensive unit was what won them the game. As they say, defence wins premierships.
The Child Sisters and Madison Ryan, you reckon?
Yeah, the three of them. They were just relentless. I'm sure if you ask the Cougars attack end, they didn't give them an inch and just kept turning the ball over regardless of how many turnovers the Tigers had in attack. The defenders just kept getting it back for them. So I really think it was a massive team effort, but really liked what I saw across the board from the Tigers today, and I'm sure Paula did too.
Alrighty, well that brings this game to its rapid conclusion. The Heart Ruby series has been won and taken out by the Tigers. They're very happy. They win it by 8, and it was a real solid performance by them.
It wasn't a back-to-back performance. Tigers won it last year also at the Tigers in this series. So to go back-to-back, anyone that's done it before knows how hard that is. It's very hard to be the hunted. It's a great job to the Tigers doing it once again.
So don't forget, the big one coming up a little bit later on at 10 minutes to 5. We're going live, and that will be between the Ipswich Jets and the Cougars. It's 1v2 in the Sapphire Series Grand Final. My name's Dave Mills. I've been joined in commentary by Katie Walker and Romelda Aiken. Bye for now, and remember, be brilliant, Brisbane.